Hello everybody, Iain Robson here, and welcome to an edition of Bantikow. Alright, we got what's going on today. If you recall from the previous episode, actually maybe it was a live stream, I can't remember. I live streamed this map the other day, so I can't remember exactly what we did in the last episode. But we were working away at compacting this bunker right here. And as you can see, we picked up a new addition to the farm in the live stream. We picked up a MAN truck right here with a Flygle trailer. And he is currently unloading the biogas, filling up the biogas facility, as you can see, and he's been doing that. And we also picked up a forage harvester, as you can see. So that's what the truck was unloading. We did that all during the live stream. We only live streamed for a couple hours, but we collected a lot of money in that time. Oh, actually, that's gonna be a problem. Because I don't think that's the right time to let's just see here. Corn. Which one's a cornfield here? These ones are cornfields, but they are actually grown. See, the problem is I actually so this field right here isn't in the right forage harvesting stage anymore. Shoot, I don't think it's gonna work if I actually go forward on this now, is it? Is that going to work still? No. I guess it will. Weird. I don't know what happens if you do it after that stage, but whatever. We'll see what happens. Alright, so we got a couple things going on as well. We got this guy right down here, field number 13. I think this is actually maybe done. Let's just find out, actually. I am not 100% sure whether that's done or not. It looks like it's done, or pretty close to being done. Let's just check all the way over here. I'm pretty sure it looks like it's done then. Alright, sweet. I guess it is done. So what we'll do is, let me just take this guy back to the main farm then. And apparently they're working on that field right there. That's what the forage harvester is. Okay, perfect. So we'll take this back to the main field because I just progressed time one day basically, and now it's the next day obviously, but some things are ready to grow and some things are ready to be taken care of. So what we're going to try and do is, if I remember correctly, with the Far Silo mod, which is one I installed just recently, what you're able to do is you are able to make total mixed rations using the bunkers. And I'm gonna try and make TMR out of that. I'm gonna try and do it in the biogas facility. We're gonna see if we can do that. It's gonna be a little bit of a test because I've never done it before. If I remember correctly, it's about, you need, I think it is 40% grass, and then you can cover that with potatoes if memory serves. So let's go ahead and grab the appropriate equipment, because our potatoes are ready to be harvested here. So let's go ahead and grab our potato harvester right here. It's a single row potato harvester. Ooh, totally forgot about that fact. Alright, drop the front weight there. Let's back up and let's go ahead and grab the potato harvester from over here. Is this the right side? Yes, it is. There we go. And here's our potato harvester. I'm pretty sure it's a potato harvester, actually. Probably should double check that. Alright, is it? Yes, it is. I thought so. Actually. Well, actually, maybe we'll do it this way. How much money do we need for a self-propelled harvester? Nope, not the feed one. What are they under? Potato harvester. How much is that? 479. If I sell these two, and I can probably take out a loan, I suppose, too. Yeah, if need be. Okay, let's just see how much we get. Just because I think it'll be a lot more efficient if I took the full-blown 63. Okay, and then this would be perfect. Oh, wait, we need to borrow $50,000. Perfect. So we need, perfect. We have just the right amount then. Let's go ahead and get the potato harvester here. like so. Excellent. That'll make our lives a bit easier, actually. Wrong way. There we go. There's our potato harvester. Reset that guy. Perfect. And let's just go ahead and walk over to him and set this guy up properly. So we actually have a potato field right beside us. Let's put this in. Oops, wrong button. Let's put him in group 2. That's where all the harvesters go. And let's fire this guy up. And if you recall, if you look carefully, we have potatoes just to the east of us right there. And that's where we're going to set this guy up. So I think what's going to happen is how are we going to do this? Wow, this thing's slow. Holy cow. Did not realize how slow this was. Oh, it's like such a snail pace. I guess this is where having the low boy would be helpful. Jeez. This does feel really, really slow right now. It's like, alright, let's get started. And then it's like slow as molasses. Alright, so let's get this guy set up over here. I think the way we're going to do this is because of the way these fields are set up. I think we're going to do it. We could just do it manually. So let's go ahead and grab this guy. And we'll just grab the stuff we just dropped off. And then we'll set him up so he unloads the combine. We could just hire a worker, I think, actually. That might actually work in this scenario. We do need to be careful, though, because... Let's grab the front weight there. There we go. Yeah. It's funny, that big Groomy was going pretty fast for the size of it. It's like, it's going 26 kilometers an hour and this thing's doing 50. It just seems like this is like light speed now in comparison. In reality, it's double the speed, but it just seems so much faster for whatever reason. I don't know why that's the case, but it just seems that way. Alright, so what we're going to do is... I think we're going to set it up just so this guy's on a hired worker here, because this makes a lot more sense to have him as a hired worker. And let's just unfold. And I think you can, the front unfolds as well. And let's turn him on. And is it working? Perfect. Alright. Just set him to a high worker. He's probably not going to go over, so he's going to just do a strip and then go back, so we'll see how that works out. And for the time being, let's hop in this guy, because we do need to compact that silage that was dropped in there. Because if we don't, it's not going to ferment properly. One of the other joys of the far silo mod. So if you don't compact it properly, like you have to do, each little part has a different level of compaction, as you can see. So the overall compaction it shows, and then it also shows you the compaction of the section you're on as well. So, all right. I'm kind of curious about this because I've never tried the making TMR out of this, but you can definitely do it. I've definitely seen Farmer Beavis do it before in his video, so I'm sure I can do it too. Well, I don't know. He's more informed than I am. Let's just say that. But oh, there's a section that's not good. He's more informed in that scenario, but it's not impossible to be informed. All right, so let's just go over that again. And what did the far silo mod? You can actually pick up and move around sections of the bunker as well. So, like if you have an area that's a little bit too high, you can actually pick it up and drop it. And I believe the silage blades and whatnot will help as well for that kind of stuff, as far as I can remember. Compaction seems good. Looks like we're okay here. There's probably a couple little spots I'm missing still. Oh, there they are at the end. Perfect. Alright, so we could You can't do it quite yet, but we're going to see how this works out. Turn that guy off so I don't waste a whole bunch of fuel. Is he coming back yet? No, not yet. Alright, so this guy is chilling out on this field right here. Actually, a heck of a time. This little bridge right here, where is it? This little bridge right here, I had a heck of a time getting across this little bridge over here. Like, it's just a tiny little bridge, and what happened was the trailer actually got stuck on these little not angle irons, but these little pieces of steel here, but essentially. I couldn't for the life of me get into this field. It was just the most annoying thing ever. But it's in there now, and I haven't done anything with it yet. So this guy is just chilling out right here. So this is field 9. Do I have some? New. Fire that guy up. Is this guy going for field 9? He is. Okay. So send him on his way. Perfect. This guy's doing well. That's the one weird thing about, I don't know what happens here, but like when if it doesn't fully unload, this trailer doesn't fully unload, this is what happens. You can still, if I go into the truck, it's still filling up as you can see, but it's really strange because it won't it won't reset this position for whatever reason. I don't know if that's a bug with the truck or the trailer or Courseplay or all three. It's really strange, but it's funny to look at. So. Sorry, that was pause for coffee. Alright, let's just head to the biogas facility here. So we're going to do this manually because if I don't do it manually, I'm not going to fully unload. Let's take the main road up here. But it's really strange the way it works out, actually. It doesn't fully unload the trailer. It's really strange. There's a Courseplay guy coming over around the corner here. There he is, see? Apparently he power slid around the corner. That's awesome. Alright, let's get this back to where we're supposed to be going. And what we'll do is we'll have to unload it carefully, and what we'll also have to do is compact at the same time, because as I mentioned, if I don't compact it well, it's not going to ferment and we'll just be wasting a whole bunch of silage, which is the same thing as it is in real life, so it's kind of interesting. It adds like I don't know, maybe call it a meta game or something like that, like an additional level to the game, so to speak. So I think it's pretty cool, but it definitely makes it slightly more difficult as well. Alright, so let's just lower down our cruising speed to something really slow. 5, sure. That seems like it might be maybe 3. Alright, so let's go and just head into there. And then as we go over it, we'll just unload slowly, because what will happen is if we don't unload slowly, we will have a big clump of silage in one little spot there, or one little chunk of chaff, basically. And then we'll have problems everywhere else. I don't think this is considered a, no. It does have 4-wheel drive, apparently. Oh no. Alright, so here we go. Should be able to unload soon. There we go. Oh, that's not good. So this is the problem you run into, is that if you don't, if you're not too careful, like I wasn't there, you can run into situations like I just did. Oh, that's not going to be good. Alright, well, let's go back and try and compact that. So, I don't know, that's kind of the weird thing. Like, normally with regular Courseplay it's not a big deal, but with this particular mod it is. Oh, it's going to do that, is it? Oh, there we go, perfect. Nope, that's definitely not perfect. Alright, guess we'll drive this back. Courseplay, gotta love it sometimes. Love it sometimes, hate it the other times. Oops. What am I stuck on? So this is one of the problems of driving out of cab sometimes. Alright, well, let's go down here, I guess, then. Take a little side trip, which is a lot bumpier. Could you imagine doing this in a truck like this? That'd be ridiculous. I'd be a little afraid to drive a truck that fast through there, at least. That's just me, though, but, like, because the type of truck this is, like, this truck's not a cheap truck. Like, this is, in real life, this is probably, like, what, a $300,000, $400,000 truck, something crazy like that. But, driving fast through, like, areas like this, you'd probably have to take it pretty darn easy, I would imagine. In reality, at least. Alas, we are playing Farm Sim, not necessarily reality, so it makes our lives a bit easier. So let's drive through the field here and make this a bit quicker. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's head back to this guy. Alright, let's see what we can do with this compaction. Oh, that's terrible. I did a really bad job compacting that. Oh, good. So it's not too bad, just it seems a lot worse than it actually is, I guess. But this part right here might be the problem. Yep, that's definitely going to be a problem there. So we may have to grab a little bit of the silage and spread it out a little bit better. We'll see. Now, if memory serves, I believe what you can do is you can, after you get a certain, I think it's like 40% grass. Maybe it's not necessarily 40% of the total bunker, but probably just 40% worth. And then you can go from there and put the rest in, put potatoes on top, if memory serves. So, we're going to see if that's going to work the way I want it to. I'm not 100% sure it's going to work that way or not, but we're sure as heck going to find out. So yeah, this is the area that's, you can tell it's not compacted. But it's not too bad, it looks like. It looks worse than it actually is, apparently. So, alright, well, that's good to know it's not that bad. And he's coming back this way for whatever reason, so let's get out of his way. Well, at least he'll compact it for us some more, I suppose. I think what happened was, on Courseplay, he went to the last area, and then the last area is just driving over this thing, so whatever. Alright, now where is this guy? He's on field 13. Where is that other combine? It's not there. Where is it? Field 9. That's way, way up there then. Alright, I don't know if I have... oh no, there was one going to field 9, wasn't there? This one right here. So this is the problem I've run into with this map more than once now. The way the way they have the bunker set up, basically, or the unload point, it doesn't always work with Courseplay for whatever reason. And I think it's primarily because the actual unload point's not big enough, which is slightly annoying. So you end up having to get really close to the actual pile itself, and then that creates a problem because you have to drive over the pile essentially, or back up into it. And there really isn't that much space to back up into the pile either, so that's the other problem you run into. So, and I bet you that potato harvester's full now, or pretty near to being full. So I think what I might do is I might either edit the area slightly, so that it's a bigger area, so it's the trigger itself is bigger, or I might just see if I can find a placeable silo to fix the problem. Yeah, I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second here, because this is the problem I've run into multiple times now. So the Courseplay guy will just drive there, and then he'll drive away, so like that's the one point. For canola, that one's not a problem, it's the other one with wheat and barley, because you end up having to drive right over the pile. It's really odd. So, here we are here. So as you can see, there's our big pile of wheat. And let me just show you. The actual trigger point itself. See, right here, here's the trigger point right here. And so right here, I'm okay, but it doesn't always work that well. Sometimes you get close and it's not actually that close, so it's kind of frustrating sometimes. At least with Courseplay. By itself it's fine usually, but with Courseplay Well, that's just a word to the wise that you don't need to use course play for everything, but... Alright, so let's get back to this guy before he comes back. Alright, let's see if we can't get this compacted a bit better. Well, we're at 97% compaction, it's not terrible, I guess. And I think this is the last little part over here in the back end. So the weird thing is you can actually compact it if you want to. But what happens is it'll ferment, but it won't fully ferment, and you'll get rotted stuff. So it's kind of an interesting little scenario. Perfect. Alright, let's hop over to the Puma, because I'm sure he is sitting there waiting to be unloaded. And it's a hard worker. It should be fine with a hard worker. I don't know for sure, but we're going to find out. Yes, it is fine. Because that was the one problem I ran into with this particular harvester, is like with by itself with courseplay it doesn't work very well unless they update, unless I was fixed in one of the recent patches, but it was a pretty annoying problem before, let's say that. Excellent. He's going to stop there, I suppose, isn't he? Alright, let's back this guy up here and get him lined up correctly. He should be fine. I don't know why he's missing the last little line there, but there we go. That's better. Alright, so we have a load of potatoes now. What we can do is, we don't actually need silage to sell yet because we have tons of money, or potentially tons of money coming in. What we do want to do is we do want to try and make that TMR there. And the nice part is, if we ever move into cows, it's not, the biogas facility is close to the cows and the pigs, so it works out well. The other bunker we could use is the main farm, so, but this seemed to make a bit more sense. At least it seemed that way. Alright, so we're coming up to our area. Now it's going to be interesting because I don't know how this is going to work. It says, I think it says 40% chaff, so, or grass I should say, so we'll see. Maybe it doesn't work with chaff, it works with grass, and that's possible as well. Because it did say grass, not chaff, so maybe that is going to be a problem. Something I hadn't thought of. Maybe it only works with grass and not chaff. I don't know. I would honestly have to double check that now. Shoot. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work with... I can, if you look carefully, I can unload right here. But I don't know if it will make it into... I have to double check that now before I waste these potatoes and waste all that chaff. Strange. Alright folks, I think what we'll do is we'll stop the episode there and I'll double check whether you can use chaff or not. I'm pretty sure you can, but we're going to find out. And then I'll come back, hopefully next episode we'll make some TMR. But until then folks, my name's Iain Robson, has been Farming Simmer 2015, coming at you from Bantikow. Catch you guys later.